Everyone. Now it's better you understand the factors which are instrumental in determining the rationality of an agent. Now my previous video, it's better we insult our intelligence for us to understand intelligent agents. So for us to understand intelligent agents, we should first insult our intelligence to know that we don't know. Okay, so concerning the rationality of an intelligent agent, now this refers to the ability to choose action that maximizes its expected performance based on the information available to it. Now, a rational agent does the right thing to achieve its goals. For example, the main factors which are very instrumental in determining the rationality of an agent are the performance measure, which defines what constitutes success for the agent. For example, the performance measure may specify the criteria used to evaluate the agent's behavior. A rational agent select action that maximizes its performance measure. Okay, today is Saturday and in church you are always being told you are an agent of God or you are an agent of devil. Umetumwa na Mungu ama umetumwa na shetani. Okay, another thing concerning the rationality of an agent is what's called the percept sequence. Now here, this is the complete history of everything the agent has perceived. For example, the agent's decision depends on the information it has gathered from the environment. More accurate and complete percepts generally lead to better decisions. So if you have the right information, you will always make the right decisions. If you have the wrong information, you will make wrong decisions. So if you have the right information on the availability of on how you can make money, you will always make money. If you don't have any information on how you can make money, you will not make money. Hallelujah. Another thing is the prior knowledge of the environment. Now, the knowledge an agent possesses before it begins operating or operation affects its rationality. What do you know previously concerning this thing? When you start working with it, the more you work in it, you learn more about it. But it's better you have something you know about it before starting working with it. For example, a GPS navigation system with detailed road maps can find better routes than one with limited map information. Another thing is the available actions. Now, the set of actions that the agent can perform determines how effectively it can achieve its goals. Now, rationality depends on whether the agent has suitable action available. Even with perfect knowledge, with poor actions, capability limits performance. Now, another thing is the agent's computational resources. Now, the processing power, the memory, and the time available to the agent influence its decision making. How much memory, how much can you remember, how much can you process in your brain, and after how long can you complete that task. That is time. That's why I told you should take into consideration three things. Now, in real world situations, agents often have limited resources. They may need to make satisfactory decisions quickly rather than optimal decisions slowly. Yeah, these things I'm talking about them theoretically, but we can implement them practically using computers. People work as software engineers, knowledge engineers, those who work as IT support, uh, financial analysts, data analysts, all these things. Another thing to take in is the uncertainty of the environment. You also need to take into consideration the learning capabilities, where an agent that can learn from experience can improve its rationality over time. Learning, I've talked about its rationality, the term rationality. Let's take into account this one. Now, learning helps adapt to changing environment. Now, the agent updates its knowledge based on feedback. Now, according to the standard artificial intelligence definition by Stuart Russell and Peter Novich, the rationality of an agent may depend on four things, which is the performance measure that defines success, the agent prior knowledge of the environment, the action available to the agent, the percept sequence of so far. Now, we human beings are rational beings. Now, talking about human being, a rational being, it's better we know the definition of a rational agent. Now, a rational agent is an agent which selects for each percept sequence the action that is expected to maximize its performance, given the evidence that is provided by the percept sequence and the knowledge it has of the environment. So ask yourself, are you a rational agent or not? Even a thief is a rational agent, because for you to steal, you must make a rational decision. You are a human being, you are not an animal. So if you teach people to become thieves, they will become thieves. If you want them to become successful business people, they will become. If you want them to become engineers, they'll become. You can make your child whatever you want them to be. You can make them thieves. You can make them engineers. You can make them whatever you want if you understand how intelligence agents work. You can make them intelligent. You can also make them stupid. Hallelujah.